Hi there, I'm Christy Wilhelmi from Gardenerd, and this is your coronavirus garden special tips edition. I've been getting a lot of calls lately about, hey, can you come set up a garden that I can, harvest food from in a couple of weeks? And the answer is no. However, there are a few vegetables that you can grow either from seed or transplants from the nursery, which are still open because as of this taping, nurseries are considered an essential service. So there are some that you can grow that will allow you to grow some food to fill in the gaps in your diet and have some fresh vegetables in your life over the next couple of months if you choose wisely. So here are a few vegetables that you can grow. Let's start with factory vegetables. Those are what I call the type of vegetable that has a growth habit where it grows from the center of the plant, and as it grows you can harvest the outer leaves and it will keep growing from the center for 2 to 3 months. Those crops are things like lettuces, arugula, spinach, mustard greens, Swiss chard, and kale, and a few herbs like parsley and cilantro, which cilantro, by the way, grows really quickly, and so does arugula, whether it's from seed or transplants from the nursery. If you can start those from nursery seedlings, or transplants, as you can call them, then you'll plant those out and wait about a couple of weeks, and when you start seeing new growth, you can start picking like 3 to 4 leaves from each plant, and then you should be able to keep that plant going for a couple of months. Now there are some plants you can grow from seed that will grow pretty quickly. Radishes are a #1 favorite because they are ready to pick in about 30 days. So you can grow those really quickly in a small space in your garden and be harvesting from those. You can eat the greens as well as the root. So that's a good one. Other semi-quick vegetables, especially if grown from transplants, are bush beans and snow peas. Now snow peas are generally shorter, so they start flowering quicker and they produce more quickly than your sugar snap or your shelling peas. So put a few of those in your garden and you'll see some of those come in sooner rather than later. Another crop that takes a little bit more time but is totally worth it is potatoes, because potatoes, you can live off potatoes. They get a bad rap, but they're actually very nutritious and they fill you up, so it's good to have that in an emergency coronavirus garden. So if you plant potatoes, you can plant the skanky potatoes that are sprouting in your pantry right now in some soil and keep adding soil to that pot as it grows. You'll be able to reach in and harvest a few potatoes once they start flowering, and that's usually about 2 months away. And then you'll have the potatoes that you can store down the road for future use. Now, of course, there are a bunch of other vegetables that you can plant right now, especially if you're in a warm winter climate. This is the time to plant tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, beans, corn, squash, cucumbers. Zucchini is a pretty fast grower, but the list that I gave you at the very beginning, those are the crops to focus on right now if you need something right away. For more information about growing your own food, visit gardenerd.com. You'll find tons of free information, YouTube videos like this, podcasts, and blog posts. And of course, if you're in a hurry to learn as much as you can about basic organic gardening, check out Gardening for Geeks. That's my book. It came out fresh this year in 2020, and it is a compilation of all the classes that I teach here at Gardenerd headquarters and a local community college. If you like this video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe so you can find out when our next video comes online. Happy gardening!